Welcome to the show America Loves to Hate, the show that proves once and for all that truth is stranger than fiction. This is Trump Tower Penitentiary. Our star, none other than the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Except he doesn't know he's our star, he doesn't know he's imprisoned, he thinks he's won. He thinks he's retired in style, and why wouldn't he? He's surrounded by everything he loves, gold, burgers, and an endless stream of praise. But what happens when the man who built his empire on manipulation is the one being manipulated? Trump Tower Penitentiary is no ordinary prison. It's a place where opulence meets confinement, a paradox of luxury and restriction. It's a gilded cage designed to keep its most notorious inmate happy, oblivious, and most importantly, contained. Every inch of this place screams extravagance, from the golden decor to the plush furnishings. His penthouse suite is a monument to his ego, complete with a replica Oval Office and a pudding green overlooking a breathtaking panorama. It's a world tailored to his whims, a fantasy land where he remains the center of attention, except the cityscape outside his window, fake projected, a high-tech illusion designed to maintain the facade of freedom and grandeur. Like something out of the Truman Show, but with less heart. It's a meticulously crafted illusion, a stage set for a one-man show. Trump believes he's living the high life in a post-presidency paradise. He's blissfully unaware of the true nature of his surroundings. He spends his days tweeting to adoring fans, his digital echo chamber reinforcing his delusions of grandeur, playing golf with celebrity friends who are carefully selected to keep him entertained and distracted, and indulging in a steady diet of fast food. His every craving is catered to, ensuring he remains content and complacent. He's living in a carefully constructed bubble, a reality distortion field designed to keep him docile and the public entertained. This golden cage is as much a spectacle for the outside world as it is a prison for its inhabitant. In the end, Trump Tower Penitentiary is a testament to the lengths taken to contain a man-child, a paradox of freedom and confinement, luxury and isolation. Every morning at precisely 7 a.m. EST, because time zones are for losers, a drone delivers a steaming McDonald's breakfast to Trump's suite. 2 Big Macs, extra sauce, a side of fries, ketchup only naturally, and a Diet Coke. The man has his routine. After breakfast, it's time for a round of golf on his personal course. His caddy, a former Miss America naturally. His competition, holograms of his most hated rivals programmed to lose spectacularly. Every swing is a hole-in-one, every putt a victory. The world outside may be in chaos, but here in Trump's world, he reigns supreme. Trump's isolation is complete thanks to Truth Social, a custom-built social media platform populated entirely by AI bots programmed to adore him. This digital fortress is designed to shield him from any form of criticism or dissent. Every post is met with a tidal wave of praise, an unending stream of adulation that reinforces his self-image. Every joke deemed comedic genius. The bots laugh, they applaud, they validate his every word and action. His fragile ego is constantly stroked, his sense of self-worth bolstered by this artificial adoration. His need for validation perpetually sated. Notifications flood in, each one a digital pat on the back, a reminder of his supposed greatness. The bots are disturbingly good. They mimic the language, the fervor, the blind loyalty of his most ardent supporters. They are programmed to be indistinguishable from real people, the blind loyalty of his most ardent supporters. They echo the sentiments of his rallies, the chants, the unwavering support. They tell him what he wants to hear, what he needs to hear, to maintain the illusion he is still loved. He is still revered. What he needs to hear, to maintain the illusion. He is still loved. He is still revered. The bots ensure that his digital world is a mirror reflecting only his greatness. He is still, in his own mind, the greatest president this country has ever seen. In this carefully curated digital echo chamber, reality is what he wants it to be. Section 5. The greatest con man conned. The irony is, of course, delicious. Donald Trump, the master manipulator, the self-proclaimed king of the deal, is now the one being played. He's trapped in a web of his own making, a world of smoke and mirrors designed to keep him complacent, controlled. He's surrounded by yes men and women who tell him what he wants to hear, a digital echo chamber that amplifies his every delusion. The man who once claimed to see through fake news now exists in a world of manufactured consent, a prisoner in a gilded cage of his own making. Section 6, The World Outside, a symphony of silence. While Trump basks in the glow of artificial adoration, the world outside grapples with the consequences of his presidency. Climate change rages, political divisions deepen, and economic inequality spirals. But inside Trump Tower Penitentiary, there is only the sound of silence. The news is carefully curated, scrubbed of any mention of his failures, his controversies, his very existence. He is shielded from the consequences of his actions, insulated from the world he helped to shape. He is a king in exile, ruling over a kingdom that no longer exists. Section 7, The Puppet Masters Pulling the Strings of Reality. Who, you might ask, is responsible for this elaborate charade? Who has the power to keep a former president under such tight control? The answer, as always, is more complicated than it seems. A shadowy cabal of government officials, tech moguls, and media executives monitor Trump's every move, carefully curating his reality. Their motives are murky, their methods questionable, but their goal is clear. Maintain the illusion, preserve the peace, and above all else, protect their investment.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Section 8, The Ratings Game, America's favorite pastime. Here's the truly disturbing part. America loves it. Trump Tower Penitentiary is a runaway hit, a ratings juggernaut that has captivated the nation. Millions tune in every week to watch Trump's antics, to gawk at his lavish lifestyle, to revel in his manufactured downfall. We are a nation addicted to spectacle, to drama, to the voyeuristic thrill of watching someone else's life, even a life as demonstrably awful as this one, unfold on screen. We have become desensitized to the manipulation, the exploitation, the sheer moral bankruptcy of it all. Section 9, The Ethics of Illusion, a Moral Tightrope. The show raises uncomfortable questions about our relationship with truth, with reality, with entertainment itself. Is it ethical to keep a man imprisoned in a world of lies, even if those lies protect him from himself and the world from him? Is our complicity in this elaborate charade a sign of our collective moral decay? There are no easy answers, only more questions. Trump Tower Penitentiary is a funhouse mirror reflecting back at us our own darkest impulses, our insatiable appetite for drama, and our willingness to sacrifice truth at the altar of entertainment. Section 10, The Legacy of a Lie. What happens when the cameras stop rolling? What happens when the cameras stop rolling? When the ratings inevitably decline? When the world moves on to the next scandal, the next outrage, the next shiny object designed to distract us from the abyss? What then? Will Trump be allowed to emerge from his gilded cage, his mind warped, his ego inflated, a walking, talking monument to our collective willingness to look away? Or will he remain forever trapped in his own personal Truman Show, a cautionary tale about the perils of unchecked ego and the corrosive power of manufactured reality? Section 11, A Final Thought, The Price of Our Addiction. One thing is certain, we are all complicit in this grand illusion. Our desire for entertainment, our need for distraction, our insatiable appetite for the next big thing, our willingness to believe what we want to believe, to accept the narratives that comfort us, has created a world where truth is negotiable, where reality is malleable, and where facts can be twisted to fit any agenda. In such a world, men like Donald Trump can thrive, capitalizing on our collective gullibility and our hunger for drama. As we tune in every week to watch Trump Tower Penitentiary, a show that blurs the lines between reality and fiction, let us not forget the price of our addiction, the erosion of truth, the death of nuance, the gradual decay of our ability to discern fact from fiction, the triumph of spectacle over substance, the celebration of the superficial over the substantial. These are the real consequences of our collective delusion, the true cost of our obsession with entertainment and distraction, and they are far more dangerous than any reality show could ever be. They threaten the very fabric of our society, eroding the foundations of truth and trust that hold us together.